Goku isn't inspiring because he's the strongest. He's inspiring because he's always willing to become stronger. Today I'm breaking down 10 lessons I learned from Goku, and if you apply even a few of them, your discipline and mindset will never be the same. Lesson 1. Fall in love with training, not results. What makes Goku special isn't that he wins all the time, because he doesn't, and that's the point. He's obsessed with the process. He doesn't train just to beat someone. He trains because training itself gives him purpose, energy, and joy, and that mindset is exactly what most people are missing in real life. When you only chase results, you quit the moment progress slows down or the reward feels far away, but when you fall in love with the process, you become unstoppable because your motivation isn't fragile anymore. Goku teaches that real growth comes from showing up daily, doing the boring reps, improving little by little, and trusting that consistency will eventually turn into power. Lesson 2. Your biggest enemy is the version of you that gets comfortable. Goku never stays satisfied, even after massive victories, because comfort is dangerous. It makes you lazy, slow, and predictable. He always assumes there's a higher level, a stronger opponent, a tougher challenge coming, and instead of fearing that, he uses it as fuel to keep sharpening himself. In real life, comfort is one of the most common reasons people fail, not because comfort is evil, but because comfort convinces you that you don't need to try anymore, and once you stop trying, you start declining. Goku's lesson is simple. Always keep a part of your life that demands growth, because the moment you stop evolving, life will humble you. Lesson 3. Losing isn't humiliation, it's information. A lot of people can't handle losing because they take it personally, like failure is proof that they're not good enough, but Goku doesn't see it that way. He sees losing as data. If he gets beaten, he doesn't collapse into self-pity, he analyzes, adapts, trains, and comes back better, because to him defeat is not identity, it's feedback. That mindset is one of the most powerful things you can adopt. Instead of saying, I'm a failure, you say, I learned something, and that shift changes everything. If you treat every loss like a lesson instead of a label, you will never be permanently defeated. Lesson 4. Surround yourself with people who push you higher. Goku is strong, but he doesn't grow alone. He's constantly around rivals, mentors, and teammates that push him beyond his limits. Vegeta pushes him, Piccolo sharpens him, Whis trains him, and even enemies force him to evolve, because growth requires resistance. Most people say they want success, but they surround themselves with comfort. People who accept mediocrity, habits that weaken discipline, environments that kill ambition. Goku's lesson is that your circle and your environment will either upgrade you or sabotage you, so choose wisely, because the wrong people will make you smaller without even realizing it. Lesson 5. Humility makes you powerful. Even when Goku becomes a legend, he doesn't walk around acting superior. He stays humble, curious, and open to learning, and that humility is what allows him to keep growing. Ego is heavy. It makes you defensive, sensitive, and afraid of being wrong, but humility is light. It makes you flexible, teachable, and willing to improve. In real life, humility isn't thinking you're weak. It's understanding that there's always more to learn, and when you adopt that mindset, you move faster than people who are stuck protecting their pride. Lesson 6. Discipline beats motivation. Goku doesn't wait until he feels like it. He trains because it's part of who he is, and that's the difference between winners and dreamers. Motivation is emotional, so it comes and goes, but discipline is identity-based. It's what you do even when you're tired, bored, or not in the mood. That's why Goku can handle extreme training, because his mind is built for repetition and struggle. The lesson is clear. If you want real results, stop depending on motivation and start building routines that force progress even on your worst days. Lesson 7. The goal is not to be better than others, but better than yesterday. Goku loves fighting strong opponents, but his real obsession isn't beating others for status. It's improving himself. He's not driven by insecurity, he's driven by growth, and that's what makes his mindset healthy compared to people who only compete out of ego. In real life, when your goal is to be better than others, you become jealous, anxious, and obsessed with comparison, but when your goal is to be better than yesterday, you become calm, focused, and consistent. Goku's lesson is to compete with your past self, because that's the only competition that truly matters. Lesson 8. Protect your heart, but don't lose your kindness. Goku is a warrior, but he isn't cruel. He can be intense without becoming hateful, and that balance is rare. He fights hard, but he doesn't fight out of bitterness. He still believes in people, he still gives chances, and he still protects others even when it costs him. In real life, the world can harden you, and pain can make you cold, But Goku shows that strength without kindness becomes dangerous, and kindness without strength becomes weak. The real goal is to be both, strong enough to defend yourself, and kind enough to not become what you hate. Lesson 9. Limits are meant to be broken. Every time Goku hits a wall, he treats it like an invitation, not a stop sign. Most people see limits as proof they should quit, but Goku sees limits as proof he found the next level. That mindset is what creates breakthroughs in real life too. The moment you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or not good enough is usually the moment right before growth, because pressure forces adaptation. The lesson is to stop fearing your limits and start using them as targets, because the edge of your ability is exactly where evolution happens. Lesson 10. A strong body builds a strong mind. Goku's training isn't just physical, it's mental. The discipline, endurance, and pain tolerance he develops in training become confidence, emotional control, and resilience in battle, because physical effort upgrades the mind. In real life, this is one of the most underrated lessons. When you train your body, you train your nervous system to handle stress, you train your brain to do hard things, and you build self-respect through action. You don't get confidence from thinking, you get it from proving to yourself that you can suffer, persist, and improve. So when you really look at Goku, the most inspiring part isn't the transformations or the power levels, it's the mindset behind them. Goku teaches that greatness is built through repetition, humility, discipline, and the willingness to keep learning even after you've already achieved what others would call success. And the best part is that you don't need to be a scion to apply these lessons. You just need to train your mind like he trains his body, show up consistently, and refuse to let comfort make you weak. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like and subscribe for more videos like this, and comment which character you want next for 10 Lessons I Learned From.